Good afternoon, family. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime. And listen, stop what you're doing. This is what you need to do as of right now. Go to Xbox game preservation. Whether you have an Xbox or not, or PlayStation, I don't care what you have, do this for the rest of the people that never got a chance to play the movie game, War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron. Who else is on there? Transformers Devastation. Dark of the Moon. I know, before y'all say anything, it wasn't that bad. Especially if you couldn't play everything else. Revenge of the Fallen and Rise of the Dark Spark. They are all being voted on right now in hopes that Activision will list them again. All these games have been delisted. So unless you have the original copy, which I got the PlayStation 2 one over there. I've got Fall of Cybertron up there. Devastation up there. I've got them on my Xbox, but we don't really play it because we bought a PS5 and that was a wrap. That was the last day we touched our PlayStation. Touched our Xbox. But I will say this. I will play it again if they put these back on there. I was one of the people that gaslit this back in 2023, 24, I want to say. Because Activision or Microsoft did buy Activision, the whole thing went through, and we all just knew they were gonna put it back. And Hasbro did one of their interviews where like, of course we'll bring the game back. And here we are, 3 years later, still with no game. So I saw this today. We went out to eat, and then we just had a whole huge day today. And then we came home, started playing some Cyberpunk and some Sackboy. And what a perfect video to make on a day that we just sitting around playing games in the living room, which is awesome, by the way. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. But when I saw this news pop up, at first I just posted it, but just put a post on the community post, whatever. But no, this is definitely video worthy. Y'all need to please, if you do not have Xbox, just go vote. If you have a Google, if you on YouTube, if you're watching YouTube, you have a Google account, go to, and I will put the link in the description for everybody. But yeah, you can go in there, and it doesn't even, I know this is a Transformers channel, obviously. But I'm just saying, if there's other games that you used to play that's no longer on there that you want to play again, go on over to, again, stay right there, hold on. And you'll see it right here. I've already voted. I put my vote in for every one of them. Every one of them. Hold on, there you go. Vote, 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 vote. Vote, vote, vote. So, yes, please. Again, this is Xbox game preservation. And yes, see, you'll see this and you'll sign in and you will vote. That's all you got to do. It's nice and simple. It doesn't ask for no information or nothing. But yeah, this was on TFW2005. If what I'm telling you is wrong, you can go to TFW2005, look for that link right there. Oh, get that off there. There you go. And you will see that they are trying to bring those incredible games back to us. Let me tell you now, if you haven't, or if you weren't alive, or you didn't play War for Cybertron, is quite possibly, a lot of people say Fall of Cybertron is better, and a lot of people just act like Rise of the Dark Spark never happened. I personally didn't have a problem with it. Any game I can play as a Transformer, I'm not going to be mad. Regardless of the story or whatever else, it's me playing as a Transformer. Now, that one I do have on my PlayStation. But War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron are on my old Xbox. But I'm just saying, for y'all, if you never played it, War for Cybertron, to me, was the greatest thing ever. Omega Supreme is in it. Trypticon is in it. You switch back and forth between, like, Optimus to Bumblebee to Soundwave to back of Megatron to Jetfire. His Jetfire's level was probably my favorite one. Just Jetfire's level was amazing. You play as Sideswipe. You play as a bunch of people. Fall of Cybertron is more you play as the Combaticons and then you get to turn into Bruticus. It's kind of a drawn out story. Like for me, I liked War for Cybertron better. And I thought Fall of Cybertron was good. But then, Rise of the Dark Spark, they tried to mix the Bayverse in with it because High Moon had lost the license or whatever, so they weren't able to fully finish the game. I don't know I don't remember what exactly happened because that was like 2010, I want to say. So yeah, almost 16 years since since War for Cybertron came out. That night, because this is back when GameStop used to do midnight releases and you could go and people were lined up outside of GameStop to get their copy and you'd get a t-shirt. Very reminiscent of back in the 90s when GameStop used to be Funko Land, and the night that they had PlayStations go on sale, or no, I'm sorry, not go on sale, the night that they got an extra batch of PlayStations, if you bought Final Fantasy VII, which was a 4-disc game, you got a free t-shirt. And like it was those were the good old days where but the thing was you had to be there. I remember getting there at like 11 o'clock that night at Funko Land and getting Final Fantasy. And I got home, put the t-shirt on, and I played it all the way until I finished it. In between taking care of my daughters back then. So, but anyway, fast forward, War for Cybertron came out, and GameStop here in Atlanta had a midnight release because it was that important. And sure enough, it was people all the way. I mean, the parking lot was packed. But like, as soon as people would go in and get their game, people were literally squealing tires to get back home to go start the game. It was that serious when War for Cybertron came out. I remember it was on the cover of Game Informer. And then the commercial came on TV. When I saw the commercial, tears just ran down my face. It was, and back then, I think I had like a 20-inch TV, and it was 780p, something like that. You know what I mean? But for 2010, that was great. You know what I mean? And I just remember being in awe. So to be able to have the chance, I mean, literally, I could just go take my Xbox into my living room and watch it on 99 beautiful inches. But no, because we playing Sackboy and Cyberpunk, and it just wouldn't look the same. When I do get the nostalgic feeling of wanting to play these old games again, I do. I'll blow the dust off the Xbox and run it again. But apparently, Xbox is doing their backwards compatibility thing next year. I didn't even read that far. With the recent news, Microsoft repeatedly bringing back its Xbox backwards compatibility program this year. We thought it'd be a timely weekend to highlight a fan campaign that is currently ongoing to revive the Activision Transformers games, something that's been long requested by the fandom and then troublesome, if not impossible, to acquire and play in many cases. The games like Activision titles that were never added to the program and in fact have been delisted from storefronts with their online features disabled, making them troublesome, if not impossible. But yeah, so just click on there. Microsoft completed its purchase of Activision in 2023. I told y'all that already. So, but anyway, go to TFW2005, click on that, go vote, bring our games back this year. Wouldn't it be wonderful that by maybe we done waited 3 years. What's a couple more months? But wouldn't it be great if like this Christmas, you know what I mean? Instead of asking for anything, we could just get up, fire up the Xbox, watch everybody open their gifts, and play War for Cybertron because I'm planning it already. So I'm hoping that all of y'all, look, if I can tell y'all about a Transformers movie and literally 20,000 people went and watched it, I'm hoping I can tell y'all this and y'all will run over and vote. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime. My wife is done doing what she was doing. It's time to get back to Sackboy and Cyberpunk. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. See y'all later.